Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a coffee cup reading for the month of September 2023 for the sign of Cancer. If you have sun, moon or rising in Cancer, or if you are a cross watcher and someone who's dear to your heart is a Cancer sign, you might want to watch this video to know what is coming for you or for them in this month of September. I wanted to thank you all for supporting my channel. Those of you who have been with me for a while, thank you so much for your support. Or if you just joined, welcome, and I hope that you like the kind of work that I do. And if that's the case, please give me a thumbs up. If you're interested in having a private reading with me, you can go ahead and find my contact in the About tab. With that, let's start the reading and let's see what kind of messages we are going to have for Cancer. Maybe take a deep breath, focus, get aligned with my energy, and then let's start the reading. Let's see what is coming for Cancer. What do we need to know at the moment for Cancer? Okay, so well, I see that, well, for some of you, I see that you might buy a car or a means of, like, I don't know, a motorcycle or a car, something that you will be with that on the road and you will get a hand of it. If your car or your motorcycle or vehicle has a problem, I see that it will be fixed. There might be that for some people, you might bring an old car out of the garage. Like, for example, it has been in the garage for a year or even more. It can be more than that, and maybe you go to your parents' home and you still have your car when you were single, they still have it in the garage, and you start to take it to the mechanic and you kind of have it for service and then you use it again. So for some people it's that. Some people might buy a used car, or maybe if you're a dealer, car dealer, that's going to be a good business at the moment. And for others it can be just energetically and there's no car, but something that you have been parked, like something that have been parked for a while, you have parked it for a while, it's coming back into your life. You will renew it, you will reshape it. It can be, for some of you, it could be even one of your talents, something that you used to do previously. You will reshape it, use it again, which is actually very nice. And I see some kind of recycling for some. Luck is on your side. You might buy a big TV, and I see that people are, or like it could be a big flat screen TV or a mirror or something, like a piece of furniture that has a big mirror or a piece of glass, because some people are delicately bringing it to your place. Some new opening, some new adventures, something new is coming. There is a new horizon for you guys. I absolutely feel the energy of a newness and refreshness. As I said, something old which is going to be used again, or totally maybe it's a new energy, but whatever it is, it's really good. Some of you are taking some risks and you will be doing well. Actually, this risk will settle. You can you win, and you actually get speed on that as well. Like maybe you started something at risk and not only it went well, but also now you're getting expert on it and you're going really fast. I see someone might be on a motorcycle, maybe again for fun and in reality, or maybe energetically, it's that you're taking some risk again, as I said, but you are getting on it, like you're getting control, you're getting a hold of it. So the message that I'm receiving at the moment for you Cancer, in September, now maybe it's more than half of the year is passed, and now you're getting a hold of something and it's actually very present for you. You like it. I see a helicopter. There might be a quick travel, something, I mean travel or a mission or an adventure or a project that you have to do very quickly and come back. There might be a quick visit that you need to pay someone or you need to go somewhere, and it's actually very good. Someone might go for a CT scan or maybe for a colonoscopy, like something routine, which is fine. You might need to drink something, a medication before the test, but again, it's a routine checkup thing and there's nothing. Someone is smoking, maybe a doctor tells you that with your smoking, like there's a high risk of whatever, and you need to maybe cut down your smoking or whatever. I see someone is really having a brilliant idea. If you are having ideas, write them down. Don't share it with everyone. Just if you trust someone, yeah, you can, I don't know, you can share it, but in general, just keep it for yourself. I see your parents, if you have old or senior parents, you might need to take care of them a bit more. Maybe you haven't called them for a while, maybe you haven't, and they're not sharing their feelings with you at the moment. Maybe there are some, they're going through some hardship or difficulty, but I see that they don't feel that you're open to them so that they can share with you. There is a little bit of misconnect, or it can be that you're on the other side, you are the parents and your children are not. I don't know, there's a little bit of not trust issue, but there's a little bit of misalignment, misconnection. Someone is thinking about writing or replying to another patient's email or message angrily, very angry. They're devastated and they're writing a few times and then they delete it. Be careful. I mean, again, try to watch your tone. Try to, because Mercury is going to be retrograde most part of September, some part of September, and we start this month with Venus retrograded. So things are going to be in a reverse mode, and things that you might say might be sit or settle in a wrong way, and people might have wrong interpretation, misalignments, and that, you know, so be careful. At least your tone is good. I see some person, there is two people meeting after a long time. I see they are kissing. There is some kind of kissing that is in the reading, but I don't know, like I see pressure. I don't know, maybe you're kissing a baby and the baby doesn't like to be kissed, or the parents, I'm not saying you are kissing the baby, someone might be kissing someone else, maybe a minor or a baby, that the baby doesn't want, or the parents doesn't like that someone kisses their baby. Something like that, I feel. Again, control your emotions. You might be very emotional, and again, this could be something that you don't like for your kid. Maybe someone is I don't know, kissing your kid, or touching, like kissing your kid, or something that you don't prefer. So set your boundaries and tell them you don't like it. I see that this action makes you angry, and you can't kind of tell them. Maybe it's your parents, your spouse's parent, and you don't like their behavior with your kid. So I said you're taking it to yourself, and you, I don't know, I mean, you're thinking about some way to tell them this. I see a beautiful Capricorn energy here. There might be a Capricorn, but something is going to come into peace and comfort for you. And your Cancer, your planet is the moon. But this month, I remember the moon, I think we have a full moon in Pisces, and it's a water sign, and your water sign is bringing a lot of peace and comfort to you. I see some of you, if you specifically are a mother, I see that you start to experience some peace and quiet. Maybe your baby is sleeping better in this month, or they're getting older and they sleep better. I see some female energy who's taking rest, not because they're sick, because because finally they find some time to rest. They were not resting. There might be some misalignment from or between the south and the north, and it can be in a country, it can be in the world, it can be politically, it can be the weather. Both is messed up in the north and in the south hemisphere. Something like I see mirrors, but it's not a line. It's not alignment that I'm seeing here. Someone is really thinking about continuing to swimming and going under the water, or maybe diving is very good. It can relax you. Or maybe there is something that you feel you have to get to the bottom of it, and you need to finish the investigation, your thoughts. Something is unclosed, some loop isn't closed at the moment, and you're thinking that I have to go back and revisit. Maybe someone said something to you, but the answer was not what you expected or what you think is correct. So you might go back and try to revisit it. You might bring something on the surface from the past, as I mentioned in the beginning. Again, I see the energy of a senior couple. It could be your father and mother. It could be your parents. It can be someone else in your life, maybe an old neighbor, or like someone you know. And these people are really needing some help and support. It can be emotionally or physically. You might need to, somehow they are left alone. Either physically, no one is helping them, or maybe financially or emotionally they are thinking that they are left alone, and you're not sharing with them your life story, your hopes and dreams, and whatever like it's going in your life. You're not sharing. As I said, they feel a misconnection. someone is giving an advice to a queen. And again, I am not saying like a queen for real. It can be someone who's in big authority, like maybe the boss, the manager, the CEO, or maybe the head of the family, someone who is in power, someone who has the power to make a decision. They're the decision makers. Some other people are giving them advice, and a fourth person is watching. And those two are close to this high like high ranking person. They're giving her wrong advice. And I see letter C. I don't know why it brings me to the royal family of England. Maybe the queen consort, I don't know, maybe we might hear something from her, or eventually something is happening that some people are gossiping, or maybe they're telling her what to do. I don't know, like it's just some decisions are being made. There's a little bit of stories going on there. I don't know, some things are happening behind the scene, under the table, and people don't know exactly what is happening. I said a little bit of mistrust. Here, I'm not specifically talking about the royal family. I'm just saying maybe it is there because I see this little C next to the queen that I can see, or maybe it's in a family, maybe it's another country, maybe it's another politician, maybe another queen, or maybe in your life, if you're the mother of the home, you're basically the queen. So there are things going on. There's misalignments, or maybe in the company or at work. There's people say so many things, and everyone is trying to understand what is going on and who's saying what. Beautiful energy here for you for finances. Again, be careful about what you say. Keep your words very, like, maybe show, maybe carefully select your words, specifically with people who you might know that are sensitive, because I see something can trigger a flooding. Something might start emotion, and I see people are following someone. They're waiting for someone to complain, and then they will join that person. And it can be in a country, it can be in a family member, or in a job, in a work situation. Something is covered. Maybe some of you, I don't know, if you might go to a restaurant and you say that the food was not warm, was not hot, it was cold. I don't know, someone is keeping something warm, like a chicken that sits under eggs to keep them warm. Something needs to be, like I said, some nesting. Someone needs to stay in the scene and don't leave the place, because their presence are required there. And maybe it's regarding your children. If you have children, be very careful and be around your children. You still need to watch them, and I don't know, you need to keep them warm, or maybe they need to be with you, or maybe some of them, they have separation anxiety. Just be very like vigilant about your children, specifically because it's now close to school time. Maybe kids are going to school, specifically those who are going to kindergarten or to school for the first time. Maybe there's some separation anxiety, and you need to be present. I see the mother needs to be present and keep them warm, keep them I don't know, like protected. At least show that I'm here. You will sign something very beautifully. Maybe if you're an artist, your artwork is going to be very popular, or I don't know, somehow you might get to sell a lot. Even if it's a hobby that you thought you can never make money out of it, I see that it is going to be an opportunity for you to actually make money out of it. And you see you're signing something. Maybe you're signing your art, your piece of art, or you're signing a check. But it's actually very nice. Something is going to have a growth for you, and it makes you smile, it makes you happy. You will tell yourself, oh, I did it. Yeah, I could do it. So you see, I succeed. I got it. If you're learning also, you will be performing better than expected. If you're in school or you're taking courses, you'll be better than expected. Maybe someone is watching from Canada. Maybe eat more honey if you're in Canada. I don't know. Or maybe you're buying maple syrup from Canada, because I see honey or maple syrup. Maybe someone brings something like that for you as a gift. Again, the energy of children is very present here, and I see that they're innocent. They need your protection, they need your support. Someone might buy a piece of heavy jewelry, like a beautiful necklace, big expensive jewelry, gold. Again, you might buy that, or it's something that energetically is getting close to you. It will be given to you. You will be honored to receive something, some recognition. For some of you, I see your children are really wanting you things that you think it's not appropriate for them. Like they want to have a cell phone, but they're too young, or they want to have a laptop. But you are still, there's a push and pull. Or maybe some of you, your kids are spending a lot of time on video games. I see a little bit of discussions and arguments with kids. Again, something about your father or a father figure, they are waiting for something, or they're in kind of some kind of isolation, or they're fine, they're waiting for an action from you that they were hoping and praying that you will do, or you will tell them, or maybe you needed to help them. I think I repeat, I'm repeating it, so I'm not going to do that. I explained it in the earlier in the reading. um okay, there's some kind of foreign language. I don't know, maybe you were traveling to some other countries and you hear, or you maybe hear something that doesn't necessarily make sense to you. I see energy of animals as well. Maybe some of you are helping or donating to shelters for animals. Maybe there's gonna be a flooding, or I hope not, but a fire that animals are going to be in danger, and maybe there's donations. There are good news coming. There are a lot of people coming and going in your life. Or maybe you start a business that there are a lot of customers, people who don't know you personally, but you get interact with them. When I see a tree and a lot of birds are singing and sitting on this tree, there are many branches and many birds are sitting. As I said, I see or I feel the energy of peace in your reading. Things are going to be peaceful. Things are going to be in a way that you enjoy it. At least for a while, there is a break for you. I mean, because I feel like you have been in a tough situation, and now you get to, yeah, definitely, you get to uh, spend some time for yourself, do something for yourself, maybe go for a walk, go out for a walk, and maybe you're taking break, a lunch break, and maybe you're going outside and you're walking outside. Just take some time for yourself, and the pressure needs, and I see that a male energy is supporting you. Maybe like your spouse is taking care of the kids for a couple of hours and you can go and have a walk. Wow, a lot of stars. Wow. I see if you have two other friends, I see three people, more than that, maybe four people are getting united, or your energies are very close. I see a yes answer. If you are studying for, I don't know, piano, I don't know, I kind of hear music or art, it's going to be very, very promising. Future is going to be very nice. Someone is rushing. For some of you, maybe there needs to be to ask someone to rush to your home, maybe a plumber or something, a pest control person, someone who's coming to fix a problem, but it's a minor thing. There's nothing big, but something is rushed, or you need to rush to get somewhere. Um, you might need to go to the dentist. There might be a dentist appointment that you need to make, and you might go back and forth, and it could be an emergency. Maybe you feel like your tooth has a problem and you go. I see couple again dancing. I see a senior couple dancing together. It might be that you get invited to a wedding. Again, I see female and male energy. And there's a little bit of heaviness. Maybe there's an argument. There's a lot of argument energy in your cup, Cancer. It can be with your spouse, it can be with your children, but not those kind of arguments which are bad. I mean, argument is always not pleasant, but it's not like causing separation, or it's not bad, but it's like I see it's more than usual. So maybe you stop talking to a kid for a little bit, or to you stop talking to your spouse, or you might have a dialogue or a talk with your spouse about your child, something about that you misalign, and you don't, I know you're not aligned on that. You're watching I don't know if some of you, if you're not performing, if you're not like an artist performing on scene, or shooting a movie, I see that you're somehow watching a lot of movies. I see a lot of characters. Maybe you're watching a lot of movies and TV series, or if for some of you you are an actor or actress, or like somehow you have a lot of there's a lot of people in action. If you play theater, I see that you might go travel with the team, with a group of the people that you work with. You might go to different countries, and even maybe they somehow translate your piece of work in other languages, because I definitely see the other language here. I see some translation or some other language. Some of you might travel to China or Far East, or somehow collaborate with them, or maybe you're watching a Chinese or Korean TV series. I see a connection there. Definitely this energy. Okay, there's a good news coming, but it is coming, it's not yet completed. So maybe you start to hear some things are moving in the right direction. There's number one. Give it a month and you're gonna get a beautiful yes answer. But it's shaping, it's coming into realization, and you'll be very happy. Someone is buying a guitar or a violin. Again, I said music is present in your reading. And again, positive energy in general, positive energy. Someone is saying goodbye, but they're looking at back, they're coming back. So they're just maybe taking a trip, they're traveling, but they'll come back. Well, my dear Cancer, that was your reading for the month of September 2023. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much. And until the next time, stay blessed.